you going to have a headset, Ken? You know who the sponsors are? Okay. So there are the ones that are sponsoring us for all events. So.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are celebrating here in Friday Harbor with the fireworks display coming up very quick here. The fireboats are out there, and the barge is out there, and they're left of center from where they used to be. Let me get over there for you. Get that center screen. So there you go. You can see the fireboats out there.
All right,
And,
tonight's broadcast is presented by Brown's Home Center, the island's only full-service building supply center, MEM Enterprises, and Farmers Insurance and the Tammy Cotton Agency. They sponsor everything that goes out on Friday Harbor Tiny TV, but we have some additional event sponsors that we'll go over.
On your phone, Mike, is the list of specific Chamber of Commerce in your messages. Chamber of Commerce sponsors for this event.
All right, we are about 6 minutes away from the fireworks, and Ken, this has been kind of a strange time.
It really has. No kidding, man. This is weird.
The New York Times has called Friday Harbor the best small town 4th of July experience. And this evening I left the house about 9.
It may still be, considering what's going on out there today.
I left the house around 9:20. I drove downtown, and I found a parking spot about a block away from here. So it is definitely a unique time that we are in.
Last year you couldn't have got down here at this hour. You wouldn't have found any parking spaces anywhere.
Usually there is the event down there on the what is the music event that they have down there?
Oh yeah, the Rock the Dock.
Rock the Dock. But somebody has everybody's walking around with masks. They might need them tonight with the fireworks, but fortunately, Ken, the skies have cleared up. There's no threat of rain.
Beautiful.
And it's been a beautiful pink sunset. You can see some of those.
Almost a Madrona sunset.
And you can see some of the cirrus clouds over to our left here. We are live in downtown Friday Harbor above Topsail Restaurant. But the fireworks, the 2020 Fireworks Chamber sponsors are San Juan Island Chamber of Commerce, Kings Market, San Juan Brewing Company, the residents of Brown Island, Seattle Yacht Club, Honeywells, and many other generous contributors to the residents of the San Juan Island. So thank you to all of our sponsors for making this event possible. We have some people kind of new to the area to our right. They're from Chicago. So people coming from all over today. Met some other people from Chicago. It's just a great time to be with family because you can't be with anyone else.
That's right. We're still in that kind of stay-at-home mode, but San Juan Island and San Juan County, I should say, is pushing for Phase 3 to come in, and it's been pretty good here. So. There's that coming hopefully pretty soon.
We're about 3 minutes away from the fireworks, and I'm drawing blanks right now. Some names that I should have at the top, but Kevin Roth, I guess he's the one that set up the fireworks out on the barge. I think you can you can see the barge out there, but. This is something that it's going to be. I think a lot of 4th of Julys are you kind of lose track of things. I think this is one that a lot of people are going to remember.
It's been a strange year so far. I mean, the year itself not, but since March.
Yep, the things were steaming along, and everybody was happy, and we're starting to see some of the 4th of July hat down there. I don't know if we have a camera aiming down there below the streetlight, but somebody in an Uncle Sam big hat with a red, white, and blue shirt.
Oh, yeah, that's you know it is. I can't remember his name right now. For some reason, it just escaped me. He's well-known local, and he's a street marshal.
Okay. All right.
One of Becky Day's street marshals.
Nice. Okay. And, you know.
Trying to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, and the ferry is in, and it's just a beautiful setting right here, right now. Yesterday about this time, you needed an umbrella. We had, what do they call, January? You know, the last couple of days it's sort of been like July, April. So, but the May showers or the May flowers have gone, and they're now starting to light up the boat out there. It looks like we are about a minute away from starting. Duncan Wilson messaged me and said, "You should talk to see if they want you to do the fireworks." And so here we are atop Topsail, and our sponsors, we're going to get into them one more time real quick before the fireworks get underway. San Juan Island Chamber of Commerce, Kings Market, San Juan Brewing Company, the residents of Brown Island, Seattle Yacht Club, Honeywells, and many other generous contributions from the residents on San Juan Island. Also, sorry, thought I heard a noise. They were going to be starting. Looks like the sheriff's boat is pulling away, so we are moments away from starting. Also, today's broadcast is presented by Brown's Home Center, the island's only full-service building supply center, Farmers Insurance, and the Tammy Cotton Agency, and, of course, MEM Enterprises. Without those sponsors, you don't get to see high school basketball and football, and we'll see just what happens with the season this year. But with the social distancing, it's going to be important to have these games going on home and away. We're still working out the details on that. And the lights go out on the barge, and we are just about set up. The sheriff is giving signals that they're ready to go with their lights. They're keeping everybody social distancing away from the main barge. So
yeah, about 100 yards.
All right. You know, one of the places that when I lived in Portland, it was one of the first, it's the first festival of the year. They have the Rose Fest. And with that, they would test out all of the fireworks that would go around the world. They bring in sponsors from all over, from cities all over the world to that event, and they would sell them on those. And you used to see all those great fireworks, and it's fun to kind of know, to watch sort of the development of some of these things. And we're expecting the fireworks any moment now. It's 10:01. Supposed to start right at 10. For years, Ken, you can set your watch by the fireworks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I think Lopez, have they canceled theirs this year?
I don't know. I think they did, yeah.
So
I'm not sure. But
so this is the one. The thing that's cool about San Juan Island is you can actually catch fireworks from different places. You used to be able to go down to South Beach and watch the Seattle fireworks and then go over to Lopez and then to Friday Harbor.
Lopez, Friday Harbor, Roche Harbor.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of when you can get Ken to a single word answer, it's a good day.
That's true. Normally, most of the time, I love to talk.
And your low internet upload speed. Continue broadcasting. We lost stream there for a second.
It's gone. It's gone.
All right. And I saw the barge move out. I guess he just took over the spot where that other sheriff's boat was. We're going to move the camera just a little bit for you.
Okay. Could ask this young lady over here for a second too. She's right in line of the pickup there. Behind you is that device sitting there right on the shelf. Yeah, can you move a little bit away from it? Don't just leave it, but just move back or something. You don't have to get up. Just move away from it to where it doesn't lose contact with the system over here.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And, you know, the emergence of technology is great to be able to do these things, but sometimes it can be finicky. And, you know, speaking of technology being finicky, I don't know what's going on out there on the barge. They're kind of circling back and forth right now. Wonder if Kevin Roth forgot to turn on the switch.
Or if, I don't see any lights on the barge. The barge lights are out, so, you know, should see something any time now.
And is that the Pintail, or do you know which barge that is?
It looks like it is, yeah.
Oh, and there's the cannon from the Legion. Maybe that is signaling
Legion, yeah.
that we are ready to go. And that cannon right there is something that I love coming home to from away games, because you know that something good happened for your team.
Yeah.
We've come home when Friday Harbor's soccer team went to state. Finished, I believe, third in state in 2016. The girls finished third in 2016. The next year, the boys basketball went to state, and they have all been welcomed by that cannon. And I don't know if there was someone setting off their own, but it's pretty loud. So we're just kind of trying to kill a little bit of time here while we wait for the fireworks to get underway. The barge was over by the labs. It moved out into the middle of the harbor, or into the channel, and now it's moved back over toward the labs again. And what a great spot to watch the fireworks over there at the UW Marine Labs.
You know, Mike, I haven't done it here, but a long time ago, when I was at Lake Tahoe, we used to go flying, and we'd fly all around, catch fireworks from everywhere.
And there's a second shot from the cannon. That is the cannon. I can see the smoke coming from over by the Legion. Maybe they're trying to send a message that we're getting anxious, because we're about 6 minutes into the show that we have yet to see. It's sort of like 2020. We're hoping 2020 is a second half team. Maybe the second half of these fireworks will be just as eventful as the first half of this year. And now there's a bright red light coming off of one of the sheriff's boats. I don't know if that's signaling that they're ready to go. We've been expecting this for about 7 minutes. And like I said, a lot of people to thank for putting these fireworks together. San Juan Island Chamber of Commerce, Kings Market, San Juan Brewing Company, the residents of Brown Island, Seattle Yacht Club, Honeywells, and pretty much the entire San Juan community. They have generously donated to keeping these fireworks going. Maybe more importantly, to this time of the year. Still people kind of trickling down across Spring Street. The ice cream shop is open over there. You can see some fires down there at Downriggers. Everything on Friday Harbor Tiny TV, Tiny Radio is presented by Brown's Home Center, the island's only full-service building supply center. By Farmers Insurance and the Tammy Cotton Agency and MEM Enterprises. The MEM, just a great part of this community. All those companies have really stepped up, and to keep these events going on Tiny TV. We did the graduation parade. Now we're here at the fireworks. I'm sure we'll have some political things that are we're going to stream this year. And they better start this because I'm starting to run out of material. I might have to start getting out some of my
no, that can't be.
my my dad jokes. So better pray that these fireworks come on because my dad jokes are very groanable. And there we go. We have the fireworks.
Happening.
We have the
There we
fireworks
go.
going up. It took a little bit of time, but we are underway here. Friday Harbor. Maybe the guy that was supposed to be setting off the fireworks came on one of those ferries that's been late over the last couple of days. And believe it or not, Ken, every single one of these has a name for it, depending on what it does right there. We used to try to come up with names when we watched the fireworks as kids. I apologize, we don't have any music going right now to go with this. Hopefully you can turn up the radio in your house. For the first 8 years of my life, I lived in the Youngstown, Akron, Ohio area, and Goodyear used to put on just these great events. And the fireworks that they would have, they had these ones that would just thump your chest, and you'd hear the windows rattling in the houses around, and it was just one of those really cool things. And this is kind of the experience that these kids get to live through and really kind of cherish. There's one that really big. I wish I knew the name of some of these. That was sparklers. In the second half. Sorry for a momentary interruption there. That's one of those, they can hear this stuff over at Orcas. Right out in the harbor, kind of in the channel as you enter the harbor where the barge is.
Wow. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Okay, maybe they'd be better off with my dad jokes.
Oh.
And the color is actually based on how hot they get or the mineral that they have in the explosion. Just a fun fact for you. We wish you could be here in person down Rock on the Dock. One of the few times we've heard some cheering, not just in Friday Harbor, but in the world over the last few months. That's one of the new ones. I don't remember seeing that one in years past.
lost we lost the camera down there. So.
Ken, you were also born in Ohio, I believe. Um,
No, I grew up there, but I wasn't born there.
Grew up there, but small town fireworks out there is not really a thing. You had to go to some of the bigger cities and fight the traffic, and it's ooh, there's one that kind of got down to the water. Some of those you can see them hitting the water. But Friday Harbor many times has been said by the New York Times that it is the best small town 4th of July weekend, and it is a weekend this year, but one of the best places to enjoy the 4th of July. Our friends that we just met tonight, they're from Sammamish. They came up here, they've been camping, they got to see the whales out the harbor and watch the fireworks from there. I think that was 2015.
Wow.
And I would like to say happy anniversary to my wife. Hopefully she is getting a chance to watch this, but the camera down below is back on.
Is it?
Yep.
That's weird.
But it is, well, the 6th is our anniversary, but I'm going to get out there ahead of it and say happy anniversary to my wife, who is watching these at home.
Margie, happy anniversary, Margie.
We have been together a long time, and we've seen a lot of 4th of July fireworks with her. We decided to get married here on the island at South Beach a little bit after the 4th of July. It was a great island wedding, a lot of fun to have all our friends out there. So for us, 4th of July, it's Independence Day for America, codependence for us. For a small town, Ken, the one thing that I have always appreciated about Friday Harbor, is the grand finale. Because even at some of the bigger events, they don't have as good of a grand finale. We're starting to get close to that here with some of these grand finales. Those has always been the times when everybody cheers, and it's always been fun to listen to people ooh and ah like you were doing earlier. But this year it's more of a subdued fireworks. The crowd anyway, the fireworks. We'll see how the grand finale is. That's kind of a cool one right there. That was a purple and gold. That was one for the Huskies right there. And now you start to hear people get into it. They see the purple and gold up there. Maybe it's Friday Harbor. Our fireworks sponsors are San Juan Community excuse me, San Juan Island Chamber of Commerce, Kings Market, San Juan Brewing Company, residents of Brown Island, Seattle Yacht Club, Honeywells, and the generous contributions of many of the residents of Friday Harbor. Also, Brown's Home Center, the island's only full-service building supply center, MEM Enterprises, and Farmers Insurance, and the Tammy Cotton Agency. A lot of people down there, down by the ice cream shop, checking out the fireworks. Getting closer and closer to the grand finale. And that was kind of cool how it had that little red thing kind of streamed down away from it.
Yeah, I wonder what they call that.
I think it's an orchid or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. A lot of these are kind of named after flowers and things.
Yeah, and that's where they did come up with. A lot of them were flower names because they played them at the Rose Festival, and they would name them after a lot of flowers. That one was probably called the Rose, right there.
Wow.
I don't know what's up with those Oregon Duck colors. Let's stay away from that one. That was a nice pyramid right there.
Ooh. Here. The Wanderer.
My goodness.
A flying saucer or something in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Here's going to be one that's, there we go. Those are like a weeping willow. I've always looked at them, or maybe a palm tree. Fireworks are one of the hardest things to capture at night. Hopefully, there's a red and a white on each side. Ooh.
Look at that.
Some of these are not getting off the ground. Little bursts.
I think that's on purpose, Mike.
Anybody paying attention at home, the biggest cheers have been going out for the purple and gold. Who would have thought, Ken, 6 months ago that we would now be standing here wearing masks? A lot of people without jobs for a while. Friday Harbor is.
I'm one of them.
And look over to our right, Ken, as much of a full moon as you will ever see. This is happening. We're still seeing stuff light off from the barge over there. Everybody's kind of got their back to the fireworks now. We were turning away from it.
We do want to thank our sponsors one more time here and go through that whole.
The Fireworks 2020 Chamber sponsors are San Juan Island Chamber of Commerce, Kings Market, San Juan Brewing Company, the residents of Brown Island, Seattle Yacht Club, Honeywells, and many other generous contributors from the island of San Juan. Also, everything on Friday Harbor Tiny TV is presented by Brown's Home Center, the island's only full-service building.